What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Big Time Football Talk. Exciting episode today, guys. Going to break down the top running backs for the 2023 NFL Draft. I know it's early. Did quarterbacks. Let's get to running backs, baby. So here it is. It's number 5. It's Jahmyr Gibbs, the transfer from Georgia Tech, heading over to play for Nick Saban this upcoming season for Alabama. 5'11", 200 pounds. Jahmyr Gibbs, the first thing that stands out is build is very similar to Alvin Kamara. I mean, it's very defined calf muscles, good overall muscle build, upper and the lower body. Just 20 years old, too. And, I see what Nick Saban sees in Jahmyr Gibbs. Obviously, Nick Saban, outstanding evaluator of talent. You see it in recruiting classes every year. But with Jahmyr Gibbs, it's outstanding pass blocker, willing and able to do it. Just not afraid to take on the blitz outside and get in front of a guy and really take him out. But what he can do, cut and make people miss. Very, very good change of direction. He can hit the cutback lane very effectively, and Georgia Tech's blocking wasn't good, but he just made a lot out of, very little open lanes to run through. Just a tremendous football player. And, Alabama's going to have a heck of a running back next year in Jahmyr Gibbs. But, runs really well with patient, navigates through traffic, finishes touchdown runs at the goal line, and, has the ability to run with power, just completely run over defenders. Jahmyr Gibbs, the long speed may be a little bit of a question, but that's, one of the only weaknesses in Jahmyr, Gibbs' game. And that's why, he's lower on this list compared to others. 5'11", 200 pounds, like I said. Enters only his true junior year heading into 2021. So, yeah, I really like this guy a lot. I watched him I watched the Notre Dame game of 2020, the Pitt game, some of Northern Illinois, Clemson, UNC, and Duke. And, Jahmyr Gibbs should really shine for Alabama this year, replacing, a couple tremendous backs the last couple seasons in Najee Harris and Brian Robinson. Number 4, it's Zach Charbonnet. And Zach Charbonnet is a guy I have watched a lot. He's a transfer from Michigan, played at the University of Michigan in 19 and 20. Very good season as a true freshman, really burst onto the scene at Michigan. 2020 didn't play as much. There was some, maybe it was rumored that, he was going to transfer during the season is why his playing time decreased, but only got just very minimal carries in 2020 at Michigan. Chose to transfer to UCLA, play for Chip Kelly. And, outstanding year. Really saw him shine in the first game against Hawaii. And what is impressive about, Charbonnet is his power. He's got good build, 6'1", 220, very ideal height and weight. Is his ability to make jump cuts and stay square. And just, he's outstanding vision. Maybe the best vision of all these backs I evaluated. His ability to, manipulate or run with patience, get the linebacker to go one way and then hit the hole the other way is just incredible. Just, there's so many things to like about Zach Charbonnet. Is not afraid to sit in there and pick up the blitz up the middle. So, very good pass blocker as well. Can catch the football. You saw in the Bama game at Michigan 2019, he ran over Xavier McKinney, who's in NFL safety. So you can see him, do it against good competition as well. Good hands out of the backfield. He's a natural hands catcher of the football. So Zach Charbonnet, highlights or, watching him play in person doesn't do him a full justice, if you will. When you really watch and break down his tape and you watch him, his highlights a little closer and you watch, just how he navigates through traffic and how he finds holes and just runs with outstanding vision and instincts is just incredible. And Zach Charbonnet, tremendous football player. I wanted to make him higher on this list, but, like Jahmyr Gibbs, I think, the long speed is lacking a little bit, but he can break off the 20 and 30 yarders with no problem. It's just kind of a question mark. Does he have that, top-notch acceleration, long speed to break off this, 50, 60 plus yarders? And actually, I'll take it back. He did in the Minnesota game in 2020. He had it was a 65, 66 yard run. So he can do it. It's just he doesn't do it as a high level as these next few guys I want to talk about. But Zach Charbonnet, the transfer from Michigan to UCLA, coming back for his senior year next year. in 2022. So, yeah, a lot to like about Charbonnet. Pretty good body too, very good muscle mass, and very big, strong, powerful legs. Number 3 is Devon Achane from Texas A&M. And Achane is a little bit of a projection, I know, because he didn't play a lot of football last year for A&M because Isaiah Spiller was mainly the guy. But Achane is just a beast. At 5'9", 185 pounds, incredible acceleration, very good quick start ability, and one of maybe the best pass catcher of the football. You can see him catch the ball downfield. He has kick return ability, explosive in the kick return game. Ability to jump over defenders. You see he's a track guy, and that his speed really shows up on tape. Can run with balance. At just 185 pounds, his contact balance was very good, and I really like Achane. Ability, he does pick up the blitz well, and at that size, the consistency to fall forward and gain that extra yardage was just outstanding. So Achane with Isaiah Spiller gone, going to get the full workload. This is an A&M team that with their recruiting keeps improving, so he's really going to get a chance to shine and show everyone what he can do this year in 2022. And I'm just ecstatic to see what he does with it. Maybe a full workload. Talk about stepping up in big games. In the Alabama game, he was very good this past year in 2021, was critical in that win. Has a good upper body strength, pretty solid build overall. Could add some muscle maybe in his legs, but the upper body, the play strength is very good for a guy that size at just 185 pounds, and upper body strength, the ability to stiff arm defenders, he can do that, and the kick return element's awesome too. And I guess the question mark, I think he's a high 4.3 guy. I guess the question mark, can he be the bell cow in the NFL? That's to be determined. I think he can. But another guy that has great vision and is just outstanding at running with patience and letting his blocks get set up. So that's Devon Achane coming in at number 3. At number 2, it's Sean Tucker from Syracuse. Sean Tucker is a guy that's not really on a lot of people's radar, surprisingly, which is kind of a shock because of the outstanding year he just had in 2021. He sits at 5'9", 209, but it's a very strong, compact, good leg build, good rear build, very strong player, incredible ability to break tackles and just get back up to top speed like that is just outstanding. Accelerates through the hole. Syracuse offensive line actually surprisingly was pretty good, and he had some, big lanes to run through, but really made the most of it. And you see, his ability to fall forward. Sean Tucker, there's so many things to love about this guy. Can make catches getting hit. Just his acceleration and burst and, the ability to just make things happen, whether it's the run game, pass game is why I love Sean Tucker. And, a guy that, not a high recruit coming into Syracuse, but has really shined this past season, and was a guy that the program, I looked at an interview, was not expecting a lot of, and has just, gotten better and better and really made the most of his opportunity. Not a guy that got a lot of big-time offers, but yeah, when the comparison I see is J.K. Dobbins, because when he wants to just accelerate straight ahead. He's not a guy that wants to really break down and make a lot of cuts, but just trusts his acceleration so much to just look like he's accelerating one way and can just effortlessly turn and just fly past defenders. So Sean Tucker, absolute beast, number 34 for the Syracuse Orange. So excited to see what he does this year. Coming off a very productive year, over 1,400 yards this past year in 2021. It'll be interesting to see if Tucker can, even take his play to another level. I love Sean Tucker. If it wasn't for this next guy I'm going to talk about, who is, I may use the word generational talent with, Sean Tucker would likely be the number 1 running back in this class. Really like his game and really deserving of the second spot. Boy, this last guy was fun to watch. It's Bijan Robinson from Texas, #1 running back recruit coming out of high school in 2020, and it really showed at Texas. 6 foot, 220 pounds, 21 pounds with a tremendous body, super lean, six-pack abs, tremendous thighs and rear, can catch with his hands, his ability to, first of all, I'll just say this, tremendous contact balance, can duck under defenders, hurdle defenders, makes plays in the passing game, just it's unbelievable competitor, just wants to make people miss, wants to break tackles, wants to get as many yards as possible on any given play. And you saw Texas, their blocking wasn't outstanding, really made things happen. Outstanding vision, instincts, effective spin move. Like I said, a tremendous body, and was a guy that just tremendous football player for Texas, and was good in 2020. Has really lived up to the hype of the 5-star #1 running back recruit out of high school. But there's a lot of people that are saying Bijan Robinson for sure first rounder, which is saying a lot because we didn't get a first round running back this past season, and the running back value is just going down and down. But Bijan Robinson, the skill set he brings is just tremendous, and the dude is just a absolute beast. And it was by far my favorite watch of all the running backs. I wanted to just keep watching more and more tape, but eventually just had to do this video because I had seen a lot. But, very good long speed. Be interesting to see what he runs. I would say he's a high 4.3 guy, maybe low 4.4s, but, plenty fast enough at his size and weight, and with his contact balance, play strength, and all that. Just, Bijan Robinson, I'll put it this way. He's pretty much everything you want in a running back. And, wears number 5, looks up to Reggie Bush, could be even better in the NFL than Reggie Bush, which, is not maybe not saying a lot. With all respect to Reggie Bush, he had a very solid career in New Orleans, but, it wasn't anything like we thought it was going to be, with how great it was at USC. But, says he looks up to Reggie Bush, and is certainly playing like him, and really represents the number 5 well for the Longhorns. But you got to love Bijan Robinson, and the hype will continue, and you'll see this is likely one of those guys that you just kind of pencil in at that #1 running back spot, and I don't think anyone's going to debate it. Unless Tucker Achane really has a monster year, I think it's going to be Bijan Robinson is going to be the talk of the town, is the #1 running back spot in this 2023 NFL draft class. So I'll wrap with that, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Big Time Football Talk. Until next time, peace.